Hello everybody, welcome back to Brand New channel. My name is Gaming and welcome back to a brand new F123 video on the channel. Today we're here for round 3 of the 2023 season of Formula 1 here at the Melbourne Grand Prix in Australia. Just to try to fight for more points like we did for the other 2 races we've had so far. Let's get some more points on the board. Now, let's get to the race.
Major issue on the production.
This circuit missed a few years off the F1 calendar, and we missed Albert Park. So welcome back, and it's great to be back in Melbourne. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. Close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable. Recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ace, Magnussen, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Oscar Piastri, Joe, Bottas, Albon, Sargent, De Vries, Stroll, De Vries. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And what would any Grand Prix weekend be without the one and only Natalie Pinkham? Why don't we kick off by discussing Max Verstappen?
What a quality performance. The big question, though, is how does that translate on race day? Can they hold on to that lead? And of course, it's looking very close here today. A lot is going to be riding on those first few corners. And then the question becomes, who can manage their tyres so they're in a good position to push hard towards the end?
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
So yeah, here we are on the starting grid of the Australian Grand Prix. As you can see, I'm just checking the tire strategies and the tire wear that I'm supposed to have, so you can see the projected and personalized difference. And as you can see, I use quite a bit more of the tire wear, a lot more. Starting P11 on the grid, just outside the points. Let's finish the formation lap and get on with the race. So yeah, that's the formation lap done. Here we are, 5 laps are on for the Australian Grand Prix at Melbourne. We hold the rev and it's lights out and away we go. We get a better start than Tsunoda. We get a better start than both the 2 cars ahead of Esteban Ocon and Lando Norris. Esteban Ocon is still on that side. We just send it down the inside, touching the Mercedes of George Russell. They're trying to get past Fernando Alonso. We go on the grass, but that is us past 2 cars. But no, Esteban Ocon goes past us, but we send it down the inside into this corner, which I don't know the name of. And looks like there is a yellow flag into in sector 1, but Esteban Ocon does get past us. So that means we drop that back down, but we did gain some positions on lap 1 there like we wanted. Now we are back into the points with 2 points for us if we stay in P9, but of course we're going to have to try for more points after this. So this is as it stands. Alonso P7, but here Gasly in the Alpine goes down the inside with a much faster car, and now we're down into P10, the last points position for this race. Now as it stands, Ocon P8, Gasly P9, and we are now in P10, but Lando Norris looks to try to make a move around the outside. Of course we have the racing line so we can just squeeze him out. So here we are on lap 4 of 29 of this race. We are right behind Lando Norris down in P11. As you can see with DRS, we're going to catch Lando Norris cutting the grass there, somehow not getting a corner cut warning. as we are right on the gearbox of Lando Norris. Lando Norris will also have DRS for the straight. As you can see, there's a little DRS train forming. As we send it down inside Lando Norris and also down the inside of Pierre Gasly. We're side by side with Pierre Gasly. We have to go wide as he pushes us off the racing line, which almost allows Lando Norris to get back past us. But that is us back in P10. Now here we are on lap 13 of the race of 29 laps. So here we are, as you can see, the blue line, the blue pit line, as you can see, since we are going into the pits for the hard tires. We're now in P9, but of course we're going to drop down the order as we go into the pits. Hopefully we can get a good pit stop. Of course we're going to try to get that 2.5 second pit stop, and it looks like we do. Hopefully there's no slow tire change, and it looks like we have a slow release there, which is my fault. And it looks like we are ahead of the Haas of Kevin Magnussen and ahead of the Alfa Romeo of Valtteri Bottas. Now we just have to catch the cars that are going to pit after us and hopefully get back into that P9 position so we can get more points for the team, which will obviously be very good. Now here are lap 21 of 29 as we almost go into gravel there. The car oversteering there with a big snap there. And as you can see, we're P7 after the pit stops and a few laps of overtaking. But as you can see, Lance Stroll just got past us in the Aston Martin. Where's DRS? Of course, the Aston Martin is rapid. Of course, the car is a lot faster, except for maybe the engine upgrade. I didn't check that part. But yeah, 2 laps later, as you can see, we're going down the main straight with DRS. We send it down the inside of Lance Stroll into the first corner, squeeze him, and Lance Stroll has to back out, causing him to brake. And that should allow us to stay ahead, as we also have DRS, and as you can see, the gap is now 1 second because I forced Lance Stroll to brake, because I basically closed the door on Lance Stroll. So that is us up into P7 with good points on the board. Here we are, 5 laps remaining, if I'm counting correctly, as we go wide under pressure from Kevin Magnussen, which allows Kevin Magnussen to get back past us. Now into P7, we are P8, as you can see, Stroll behind us, trying to get past us, and behind the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz is in P10. Not very good showing from the Ferrari there, but we won't say anything. So that is us down to P8. Now on the final lap of the Grand Prix, lap 29 for the Australian Grand Prix. As you can see, we're in P8 after getting past Kevin Magnussen. Lance Stroll got past us. But now we get past Lance Stroll on the main straight, going down the inside, cutting the grass there a little bit, having to run wide, which allows Lance Stroll to get past us. We are now side by side, but I obviously have DRS, so hopefully we can stay ahead as we send it down the inside and trying to squeeze Lance Stroll off the racing line. And just like that, we stay ahead of the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll, but it is not over, of course, as we go wide. As you can see, Max Verstappen won the race. But going wide there has caused us to lose a lot of time, especially into this corner. We're going to use ERS to try to gain that edge on acceleration. But of course, that Aston Martin is going to be rapid, especially the straight line. So we try to squeeze Lance Stroll onto the grass, but Lance Stroll just flies past it, which means we need to make a move as quickly as possible. Lance Stroll will not have DRS on this straight. At least I believe so. Nope, Lance Stroll will also have DRS on this straight. We're going to have to use as much ERS as we can. Going into the final corner, which will be in 2 corners, but as you can see, the gap is 4 tenths between us and Lance Stroll. We're going to have to send it down the inside on Lance Stroll. As we from all the way back, we send it down the inside. We do touch wheels and we do make contact, but luckily no damage from the both of us with the ERS and DRS. We use all of it, except apparently I didn't press overtake, but that is us getting P7 for hardcore battle.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
We've witnessed some great battles on the streets of Melbourne today then, and they've taken a fantastic win. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, confidence breeds confidence. Success breeds success. They are very much enjoying a purple patch right now.
Here comes come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
So yeah, that was a hard-fought battle for me. P7, we finished with 6 points on the board, obviously very good for the team. And yeah, P7, as you can see in the standings, we are P8 with a good amount of points on the board after those 3 races. But that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy, remember, leave a like, subscribe, really helps me out. But anyways, this is Gaming Sign Off. I'll see you in the brand new video. Peace.